like my man said, she kicked him off because, yeah, she just wanted to hear her lingo real quick. But he was kicking that shit.
I tried to get him back on. I tried.
This
Bring him
really
back.
started. I don't know even who that was, but this really started from one thing. A man couldn't get a job, and y'all was the golden gate to make sure shit was great.
And absolutely, and we took that roll on good. So for 500 years later.
But hold on.
Wow.
With all y'all failing to realize, it was always a man. It was always a man in the mix. It was always a man in the mix.
That was the drive. Kept her going.
You feel me? It was always a man in the mix, but she wanted to serve her man's purpose. She wanted to serve the household's purpose. Now ain't nobody trying to serve a purpose. Everybody's just following a trend that don't too many people really know about.
What the fuck are they in the game for? Are you serving a fucking purpose?
Yeah, that's why I said they're not serving a purpose. They're serving a.
You want to look good. I mean, what do you want from it?
That's why I say serving a trend. Because if nobody really want nothing, it's just cool to say, I'm down.
Him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I'm down around, and for her, I'm paying him, and look at me on Instagram. I'm down. I'm outside. There you go. That's the new word. I'm outside. So we just got to look at the dynamics of what's really going on, and just tell yourself. A lot of people ain't going to want to hear it. A lot of people are going to fear it, and they damn sure ain't going to come near the truth. They're always going to run from the truth because let me tell you why. Because the truth hurts once the truth really hits you.
The fake is so comforting.
Because everybody thinks about, and this is the crazy dynamic of this. Everybody knows right from wrong. Everybody knows what works for them and what's really not working for them. A lot of people just use a blanket for an excuse. They have excuse blankets, and that's all that it is. They're thinking of any way to stop the motherfucking harassment of why. Because people truly do love other people, and people can ask you why. So to avoid the motherfucking whys and the questions, let me throw this blanket on, and hey, one person is going to spread the word to everybody. Don't you notice that? Word travels fast. And people be so quick to defend other people. You won't even be your fight, but you'll see somebody coming in with the motherfucking left hook, cut, and the knockout. Don't fuck my friend, but that's the true definition of a friend. They got your back no matter what, whether you're right or wrong. One more time, pick your friends very, very wisely. I'm not an idiot. I'm not somebody who disagrees because it sounds good. I agree with the facts of life because they already was here before we got here. You have to be willing to openly understand the dynamics of everybody. Because it's not this one person who thinks this way. It's a group of people who think a certain way. It's another group who thinks another way. Who's right and wrong? It's what you believe in. It's how deep your spirit goes to whatever you're doing. That's how you determine right from wrong. Everybody knows. You go outside, you go steal, shoot, kill, you're going to go to jail. Your chances of getting away is like literally a 1% chance.
Slim to none.
That's why I said I will at least give you the 1% chance. Shit.
Yeah.
But we all know that there's a consequence behind everything that we do.
But I just think, I don't know. I just didn't like that one comment. So that's all I had to say about that. I don't think black women come with more problems. I just feel like they're quick to voice it.
Let me tell you something. That's the thing. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad to give a open understanding and get some more understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard exactly what you were saying. I'm not somebody who's saying you're wrong and I'm right. I heard exactly what you were saying.
Right.
I just know, like I said, you have to open up your
mind. More than me.
Nah, don't get it wrong.
Game like that.
No, I don't care. I don't care what you deal with. Your mind is committed to what you believe in, and that shows a whole lot. I'm not going to tell you you're done with what I just said. What you just told me, I'm gonna go get some more education about it, and I hope you do the same thing about what I just said. This is the world. This is life. This is why we all get connected towards one another, so we all can get some proper understanding about life. What you just said may help me. What I just said may help you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't no hard feelings.
For sure.
This ain't nothing to get mad at. This ain't nothing to take up off this goddamn internet and say, that stupid bitch, that dumbass. Bitch. No, it ain't nothing like that. You have good understanding. I respect your voice of choice on everything.
Yeah. But y'all know it's real renegading going on, you know.
Hey, like I always say, man, that's you and your business.
No, I'm fucking with you. I just wanted to fuck with you.
Yeah, that's you and your business. And I just hope that whatever business you got going on, you handle your business in the right way. That's all I say.
Right. But anytime I feel like niggas coming for black bitches, I'm on it. Because I'm a black bitch.
But let me tell you something. You got to understand their commitment why they coming for black bitches too. Because they may feel like you, but the shoes is on the other foot. Just because he got a dick between his legs, it doesn't mean that, he's wrong. He just may be deeply into what he's saying. Maybe shit ain't working out. Every black girl he gets with and the white girls
Maybe
he
that
get
nigga
with,
scarred by his mama.
it could be that too. It could be anything. But you have
Yeah,
to
that's
be
probably what it is.
willing
These
to
niggas be
listen.
scarred by their mama and they take it out on their bitch.
But
A lot of these niggas don't even like hoes for real. Niggas
well,
don't like hoes for real.
can I
They
tell you
like
something?
what they like.
Let me tell you something. I've been hearing this. I've been hearing this. Y'all been saying this lately for like the last couple months.
They don't.
I've been hearing this. I ain't never heard this before. I have never seen this in my real life. A man who thinks that he's doing and involving himself in something like this, and then gonna say, I don't like it. I don't like her for what she does. I ain't never seen it. So one more time, man, you gotta watch who you deal with, because the actions
Right.
will show you. Somebody's actions will show you before the warning comes before destruction. Just let me say that. The warning comes before destruction. Motherfuckers warn everybody. And then
Let's
they
just
just
be fucking for real. A lot of people out here starting in this lifestyle or this game or whatever we want to call it, way of life. It's a way of life. They're a little goofy. It's a lot of more goofy bitches out here.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I think it's a lot of goofy bitches. And I feel like nowadays it's a lot of goofy niggas too.
It's a gang of goofies. Like I said, let me say this for Instagram, because I never got a chance
It's an
to for
army
Instagram.
of goofies.
No, monkeys can't be selling no fucking bananas. And that's what you got. You got a gang of monkeys who took some bananas off the tree and now they selling them to some more monkeys.
Right.
Monkeys can't be selling no bananas.
Right.
I'm just being all the way honest with you. I don't know how that shit gonna work.
Well, shit, life will do them.
But that's the thing. Don't let life do you.
People get done out by this life.
Well, you have to know your role out here in society.
Well,
Know
people
your
gotta find their
role.
purpose. They gotta know who they are. Motherfuckers don't know who
Exactly.
they are.
I like that. You gotta find your purpose. Look at Frankie. Look at you, girl.
Frankie
Go
the
ahead with your bad
philosopher.
self. Yeah, oh my
Frankie the
mama,
philosopher.
Frankie the motherfucking philosopher, like a
Frankie the
motherfucker.
philosopher, right? But nah,
See?
bitches gotta find their purpose, you know what I mean? They can do what
Give
they
them an
do.
inward.
They gotta do it how they supposed to do it though. Not how these niggas tell you you're supposed to do it. Not what you think you're supposed to do. And I think, like, I don't know. My shit, I got a lot of little hoes on my shit or whatever, but I don't know. It just be kind of wild. It be wild, and I just be watching. You know what I mean? I just be watching.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sacramento, California.
Oh, girl, know what? Okay. Sacramento, there you go. That's why y'all are so wild.
Who's wild? I ain't
You.
wild.
You just don't give a fuck.
Man, life didn't give a fuck about me.
Now, life did give a fuck about you. You still here?
Oh, you're right. But yeah, nah. But I don't know. It just be kind of weird out here. But I just be seeing some shit. Like I see a lot of little bitches I know, and they just be feeling like a lot of niggas get white girls, and they start treating their ethnic bitch out of pocket and just start. You know what I mean? Like these niggas think they like slave masters. it just be kind of crazy. So I don't know, but I've heard this with multiple bitches. You know what I mean? And I think this has to do with niggas post-traumatic slave syndrome. These niggas is still stuck in that way where they think they get a white girl and a struck gold.
Damn.
They think they struck gold, and it's just like, maybe you think you struck gold. Maybe you really feel that, and I really do think they feel that. They think like this is their Willy Wonka ticket, and they just made it out the hood or something. But they really be disrespecting the like bitches that really just, you know what I mean, might have been down for a long time.
Damn, that's the way y'all be feeling?
I mean,
Y'all don't feel
I ain't never
y'all don't
actually
feel
had that
respected?
happen to me, but I know, you know, I got hella hoe partners. The fuck? I've been trapping for a minute, so I got hella hoe partners. So, yeah, the bitches, like, niggas get white bitches, and then they just act like they just got their Willy Wonka ticket, and then they start, like, disrespecting that bitch.
Look.
And it could be like, damn, nigga, I done put in 100,000 years with you. And this
Okay.
white bitch is in your... Now you wilding with me. So I just, you know what I mean? Like, and I've seen that with multiple bitches.
I'm about to kill you with this one. And they got the Willy Wonka ticket, but did they get the golden egg? That's the thing. They may got
Everybody
the
got that
ticket, but
golden egg.
nah, they didn't get the golden egg. Because they got the golden egg, they never know how to appreciate some shit. That's the difference. See, the golden egg ain't nothing but motherfucking, you know, my life is going good and I'm making sure I'm putting everything in the right situations and making sure it goes right. You can't, now, I said I'm not going to be getting off into this shit like this no
Get
more, but,
into it, nigga. Get into it, nigga.
you know, a lot of times, man, especially in today's time, a lot of gentlemen forgot how to be players first. They just wanted to pick up the other letter before they picked up the player. You have to know how to be a player. A player knows how to get at a woman. He knows how to treat the woman to make her want to, you know, be around him. We keep talking about this big old shit, talking about submit, but you should
They throw
already
that word
come.
around.
Well, you should already come knowing that you're dealing with a man who ain't taking no bullshit. You should be more scared of me not fucking with you. Yeah, you should be more scared of me not fucking with you than I should be scared of you not, doing something for me. How am I a motherfucking prize? And I'm chasing after you.
But women are the prize as well.
Don't get it wrong. Women are the prize and should be shown a high appreciation. But also at the same time, you deserve that appreciation I'm going to show you.
Right.
There are a lot of women that want that appreciation. They really don't deserve it. You shall only work for shit that you deserve. Because other than that, it was never given to you. You never had the opportunity.
Fair enough. But in this world, yeah, that's not a thing.
Okay, let me put people back into reality. If you don't make, let's say, 100K annually, you really shouldn't be wearing a Rolex. People that really own Rolexes own houses and, you know, they got shit going on. If you just a hood nigga just wanting to look good for the gram, you shouldn't really, you should have just told the homie, let me borrow this for the flick.
Right, but that's where you get into niggas like, what are you doing this shit for? Did you want to be seen or was you hungry, nigga? Like, let a nigga know.
A lot of people just want to be seen.
But was you hungry?
One more time, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one even deeper. How hungry was you?
Right.
Because when people was back in the day hustling, you know, they was hungry and they didn't fuck up because they knew I don't want to go back to being the nobody with no food in my mouth.
Right.
Right. Barely with a place to pick out. But now we're seeing a trend of I have to be popular. I'll blow the whole bag just to show these niggas I did it. I got it.
And then these bitches pick these niggas.
Well, that's the other thing. You got women talking all this big high brass shit, but ain't none of them got no class. Ain't none of them got no money. Ain't none of them is. Ain't none of them. Ain't none of
Worth a
them.
damn. Worth a
I was just
goddamn.
about to say they
Worth a
not the
damn.
bitches they on Instagram saying that they are, and that's cool. That's perfectly fine.
They
That's
speak
cool.
it
Ain't
into
everybody.
existence, but be fucking for real.
I like that. Be just fucking for real.
Be fucking. You can speak it into existence, but be
Just
fucking
be
for
for
real with
real.
yourself.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. This shit be wild, but I
Life
don't
is
know.
wild, but you gotta be
Niggas hate on
prepared.
black girls.
Look, it ain't. I gentlemen do hate on. You know, I don't even want to say hate. Gentlemen really don't hate. Not if you're
They can't
really gentleman.
handle them.
Oh, okay. You want to know something? I just think that their preference is more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say
They can't
it's a breakdown.
handle that.
You're just gonna go off that. They just can't handle it.
They can't handle it.
Yeah,
These niggas can't
shit,
even handle their mamas.
shit,
Can't even handle. So how you gonna handle the bitch? Be for real.
shit.
You can't handle your mama because you handle your bitch? Hell nah. You do
Shit.
whatever your mama say. Like, all right, mom, I'm gonna steer clear, ma. Here, ma. I love you though.
And you don't want no problems.
I don't want no problems. Here, you want this, ma? I guess if I got it, I got it, ma. If I can get it, I get it, ma. But I'm gonna steer clear, ma. Yeah, you guys can't even handle your mamas. How you gonna handle the bitch? I'm just saying, black bitches been through a struggle just like the black man. You don't think black women are the men of their society. Statistically, black women make more than black men.
Okay, well, first of all, when you're talking about that
Statistically, no, it's a demographic about what it is.
okay, because most black men don't have a job, and then you also gotta look at this. Y'all be looking for the people that's in the 1% factor. Y'all looking for the people who's really making $100,000 a year, a
Because
seven-figure
I'm doing
job, a
that.
six-figure
Because
job.
we're doing that.
Hold on, but see, when you talk about that, y'all talk about this common, regular, degular ass people. They may look good going to the club. They may look good, once a month. But if they really living that life up, let's just be real. But that's the gentleman who y'all ladies want to go for. Y'all want to go for the one percenters. Y'all don't want to go through
Well,
the
because
struggle with somebody
bitches
and
have
build
to
up.
be fucking for real. You have to understand, bitches want the top of the line. Nigga, hell yeah, I want Elon Musk and I want Mark Zuckerberg. Hell yeah, but let's be for real. Am I more of a this caliber nigga? This caliber of niggas.
Exactly.
This caliber of niggas.
That's
And
all I was
bitches
at.
have to be for real. Like, is this so bitches could be like, oh, I'm gonna get this, and this, but then damn bitch, you done X'd out 1,000 niggas, and damn bitch, you ain't never gonna meet that nigga because that's not even your bracket.
He's not in your caliber of man. I know.
But that's because people have to be fucking for real with themselves. And they not. They look online, they see these Gucci bags, they see this life, you know what I mean? These songs. Hell yeah, I want to sing about in Bentleys and actually be in the mode. Nah, I'm still in a Honda. You know what I mean? But, people want these things, but they have to be for real. Just like holding this game, bitch. Like, you gotta be for real. What do you want for it? Do you want a nigga who just looks good and sips syrup all day and designer clothes?
Damn,
Do you want a nigga who
this
took your
syrup
bread
thing
and
must be a new
elevated
thing.
you and did some shit for you? Like, what do you want?
Now, the syrup thing must be a real thing because I'm starting to hear more and more about syrup.
Niggas
Niggas on
think if
syrup.
they sip syrup, they are the highest form of crackhead. They're the expensive crackhead.
Well, a lot of times gentlemen need, all this extra shit because that's what pops them off. That's what has them sounding good, for the moment of the show. So a lot of people just do it because they know that's the only way I can really be out here popping it. They don't have no natural pop, so they gotta pop it off with the euphorias. That's what it's really called. It's called a euphoria. Leaning on the controlled substance instead of leaning on God.
Talking about all races of women are fighting for equal pay. Black women are not fighting for equal pay. We're fighting for our men to be our men, and us not be the man.
I was about to say,
We're not. We've been outranking our niggas. We've been making more than them. Bitches don't want equal pay. They want niggas who can actually take care of them. We're
but
not
see, when
talking
we
about
talk
all
about
races.
when we talk about take care of them, see, everybody thinks take care of them is just paying the bills and you know what we
No.
call in the game is being a trick. But taking care of them is taking care of their mental. That's first and foremost. Taking care of their physical. That's second of all, and taking care of the all the way essence of being her man and her being your woman. Let's
Right.
just get to the real. Let's just get to the real spill here. See, a lot of people ain't gonna understand that dynamic because people just don't want to hear the real. So it sounds good has a whole of this is the way it's supposed to be, but let's just be real. Would you go for it? I tell people, put their shoes on your feet and ask yourself, would you go for it?
Right.
98% is gonna say, nigga, you got me fucked up. What the fuck do I look like? But that's what I always say. This is a 1% thing. It ain't for everybody. And I just gave you the real statistics. 98% of them is going to say, hell no, fuck that. I'm not doing that. But you're trying to tell somebody to do something you wouldn't do. I don't know if anybody would consider that a real leader.
Right.
There's a lot of kings that died in ancient times because they have to show their people, I'm willing to go to war with y'all. I'm just not about to sit up over here and, you know, try to be the motherfucking the shelter person. I want to show y'all I'm with y'all. The best way to show is you got to be the first one out that door.
People are afraid to be that. Ain't no more Malcolm X's. Them niggas
That's
die.
crazy.
Them niggas die quick.
That's crazy.
And then they demasculate them on and on and on. There's not too many of those. Every now and then you'll get them, but then what?
See,
They crucify them niggas.
well, yeah, I want to say crucify and use words like that, but like I say, if you people read what they think that they know, but if you really want to look at crucifixion, let me tell you something about crucifixion. They've been doing crucifixion before Jesus. Crucifixion was back then. That's what they was doing. They was hanging motherfuckers on, and it wasn't even considered a cross back then. They didn't call that shit the cross. They just had a wooden. I'm just being real. They had wooden poles, and they hung you up like that because that's the only way that you would stick up. It wasn't called the cross. But Jesus ain't the first person who got done like that. Jesus actually got
Mm-hmm.
they actually got that story, and that's why I say I don't like going all into this kind of shit, man, because you know I can really touch some people's spirits and souls. But it's a proven fact. It's a proven fact. Uh, Um, somebody died before Jesus the same way, and the Romans crucified his ass and threw him up on the cross for 3 days. So Jesus' story ain't really the real story. The motherfucker Jewish man really found Jesus. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm somebody who's all into the world history and shit like that, and the motherfucking Jewish man wasn't lying. This is a Jewish man. He may have been claiming Christian when he died, but his birth date was Jewish. They take they let you ride up for about 3, 4, maybe even a week, and then they put your ass in an ossuary where you're buried with the rest of your people. Jesus was found. Shout out
Mm.
to Yakovovich, the naked archaeologist. Go look him up. But like I said, it was a man that died 60 years, probably 60 years, maybe 70 years before Jesus was born. But It was a man that did the same thing.
Well, I know when they
So
hung Jesus, there was other people with him.
it was a gang of people out there, but I'm saying this man was supposed to be a Messiah, and he got drug inside some motherfucking hell shit, and they hung that nigga up too. And then the story was he he got hung for 3 days, and then he rose back from the dead. That's just the faith that they had to put inside people to make people have hope. Because you got to remember, in a time like that, and that's why America was created. In a time like that, when people rule, yeah, people don't nobody like to be ruled. That's why I say we look at black slavery of the 1800s, 1700s, but they've been slaving people before
They're
Christ.
still enslaving people.
I'm just saying the true definition of slavery, where they was really going to villages, raping, robbing, looting and doing their shit. And yeah, so slavery been here. And if you really want me to tell you elevated slavery, see, everybody thinks, um, they really had a book on elevating slavery and how to treat a nigga. No, it was the motherfucking, it was the Arabs. Swear to God, look up world history. It was the Arab who taught all these other races who was coming to buy these niggas from Africa how to maintain a slave.
Because they've been doing it.
So, yeah, exactly. They've been doing it in the Middle East. So when everybody gets talking about, oh, white people, like I try to tell people, America only had 5% of the slave trade. I'm just being real
Facts.
with you. When I break this
Facts.
down,
That's facts.
this
That's
is really
facts.
gonna fuck people up when I tell people this. And out of 5% of the slave trade, I hate to tell people, but let me just bust down real reality. White people only had 3%. Black people had a percentage, and Native Americans had a percentage. So that's white people only had 3% of slaves in America. Niggas own niggas, and Native American own niggas. Niggas better stop playing, cause niggas did own niggas.
I mean, when they went to Africa, other blacks, Africans gave the other ones up.
That's for sure. That's for sure. They went and captured them, beat them, did all that shit.
They did.
That's for sure. But like I said, everybody don't look at that. They only look at America. So when we look at America, what people fail to realize, niggas owned niggas.
Oh yeah, the Freemen? Oh yeah, they did. Oh yes, they did.
Black people own black people, for sure. They had big slave trade going on. Like I said,
they did. The ones that got free.
If you really want to look
heard about
at
that,
slavery,
if you ever paid attention.
No, it wasn't even just the ones that got free. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of black people that was born into freedom. Actually, was born into freedom. Wasn't every nigga slaved? You got to remember, on the North wasn't no nigga slaved in the North. It was only in the South.
Right.
Black people was only slaved in the South. The North had its own law. That's where we get the 9th and the 10th Amendment from. Every state has the right to govern and police their own state under their rules and regulations. So, like I say, when people talk about history, man, I think I'm probably the wrong person to talk about history with.
I'm the wrong person too, because I love history.
Yeah, history is like my favorite subject. You know?
But yeah, I just feel like everything ties in.
It does.
Believe it or not, it all ties in. So it's like when people I be arguing, niggas like, we're not doing that slave master shit. Because I really feel that way.
Frankie, when it argues in, let me tell you something about arguing in. We're talking about something that none of us ever see. My grandpa that I grew up with really was born in 1914. I swear to God, he was born in 1914.
Well, my great-grandma was born in 1929.
Yeah, that's the year my grandma was born, 1929.
That's my great-grandma. But you older than me a little bit.
When we talk about the era like that, like I say, we never seen it. We never endured it. Why the fuck is we still talking about it?
We still have, it's called post-traumatic slave syndrome. Our family lived a certain way. they didn't get to live like women who get to thrive under their men and just be in their full feminine nature. No, we were warriors. We were survivors. We did a lot. So they keep programming in that, and then our kids, their kids, program into their kids, and it's a cycle. So with that being said, black women, just like black men, aren't getting the same. These are not the same playing grounds. Not in America, because that's where I'm sure I'm in California. I'm sure you're in the States.
I'm in California.
All right, cool. So we're all in the States. So I'm just saying, like, we were programmed and conditioned totally different.
Okay.
So it's just like when they come in and be like, oh, black women act like this. They do this. They act like this. Right? You know what I mean? This is how they operate. This is what you should expect from a black woman. Yeah, because she's got whatever the fuck she's got going on, and she's a little feisty. She's off. You know what I mean? They're not getting the same field as if you got some random little white girl who decided to disobey her family.
No, she's a little funny.
Who decided, a little Asian girl who decided to be the rebel, the little Indian girl who decided to be. These are the little bitches who popped up with nothing. No one ever gave a fuck about them, just like they didn't give a fuck about them niggas. Mm. So to be like, oh, she needs to be in a super feminine nature and just submit and listen and let her man lead. She can't do that because she's never seen that. If you get what I'm saying.
Let the man lead.
Sure, we know men are supposed to lead, right? They're supposed to be the hunters, the gatherers, women watch the children, bear the children, teach the children, yada, yada, so forth. That's in like a perfect utopia. That's not the life we live now. Now women have to go out and fend for themselves because, honestly, this whole, I don't know, the civil rights, that fuck, it made women feel like they were separate from their man. They wanted women to go back to work, whatever. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the real fight that was going on. So they're further separating us. They separated black women from black men. They separate us. Black women can't get on welfare and have a black man in their house. No, because they'll fuck you up for that. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Do you follow me? So they can't do that. Meanwhile, black women are having kids, right? They're having kids. We know these kids are having dads. Meanwhile, black men are incarcerated. That's just a whole nother fucking thing that we can't even start. These women, their men are incarcerated. These children are coming up in the schools that they give the education to, and they indoctrinate the kids. So they're moving them further apart. They're making them act like this. But if you have any other type of race, that other race with the less problematic, they go home, they have a structured family, they have a unit, they know their heritage, they have a language, they know their history, they know who they are. Black kids go to school, go and learn that they were slaves, nothing more than that, blah, 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 blah. And when they were in Africa, they jumped around with bamboo sticks and la, 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 la all fucking day. So black people only learn that they were trash. And then they get these men and what? Our best leaders, Malcolm X, MLK, whoever we got, they all killed, they all died. None of these niggas ever survived.
But notice something about everybody who got killed. Notice something about everybody who got killed that's in the history book. They all had a voice. They all had a voice. When everybody would sit back and listen to you, you must be eliminated. Your voice can't actually get the full message out. It gets parts of the message out so people can always expand.
But even during MLK's time, Malcolm X's time, that war was completely between black and white inequality. And then what did they do? They threw the women's rights in. Boom.
Okay.
To further separate the black man, then they separated. That's separating them. Now black women want to work for themselves. They want to have their own. They want to be their own person, better than a unit that everyone stresses about, that's the natural order of things. You're supposed to have a unit with which a man is above and then the woman and the children, right? Okay. So they they further pushed that natural agenda of life, how life is supposed to be, with other things. Now women want to go back to work. Oh, she's mad that she's at work and she's not making what her husband makes, and blah, say blah, blah, blah. And they further separated that fight. So they're pushing black men and black women apart. And then now what? Black women outrank black men. They do. Statistically speaking, black women do out-earn black men. And they've always been the leaders. So they have to take on that because their men have been so they've just demasculinized, whatever. They've been whether it be slavery, whether those niggas couldn't do shit but be beat up in front of their bitches, you know what I mean? Couldn't do shit but you know, and then on and so forth. Oh, they took this from them. Oh, they're doing this. Oh, black men aren't seen as the hierarchy within the